Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to thank you for joining me for the podcast. We've often heard, or even said ourselves, that someday our time will come, and when it comes, we'll be ready. And so we're always preparing and we're always getting ready for someday when our time comes. Well, you're never going to find someday on the calendar. Your time is right now. Your time is this moment. Are you ready? What does it mean to be ready? When you say, okay, I'm going to be ready when my time comes, when my ship comes in, I'm going to be there. You know, you have to be able to swim out to the ship because it ain't docking. It's going to continue to move on. And you got to go catch it if you're going to do it, and that happens now. It's so important that we understand all we ever have is this moment. When you look to the future, and yes, I know that some things take time. We're in a program, we're studying, we're working towards getting a degree or working towards a particular achievement. And that is, in a sense, looking future. But if we think that the future is when we're going to take the action, then action never happens. The action has to happen today. There are things you have to do today. Being ready does not mean that when the time comes, we start. When the time comes, it's too late to start. Simple thing like goal setting. I believe that goal setting needs to happen long before the goals. Now, I'm one of those people. I like the beginning of things. I like the first of the year because that's when I put my new goals together and I say, okay, you know, this is a new year, a new time. I can get going here. And I love the beginning of the year. But at the same time, for me to set those goals that are going to happen next year, I start that process in October. That's when I start planning. That's when I start putting things into action. Because by January 1st, if I just decide what they're going to be in January 1st, it's too late for me. I have to be in a full run by January 1st. Not just taking my time. I got to be active. I got to actually be doing it. The same applies to you. You should, if you want to set your goals for next year, don't do it at the first of the year. Those are called resolutions. Resolutions, if you want to set resolutions, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that, as long as people understand that 98% of resolutions never stick. They never last. Why? Because they're emotional things we set at a moment. They're not thought out. They're not worked out. They're just things that we think right now. This is what I want to do next year. Where goal setting has to be a longer process. Goal setting is when we take time to think. We take time to look at where do we want to be a year from now. In order to be there, what do I need to do? What has to happen during the course of the time I'm setting this goal onward to make that happen? What is that process that's going? So that when the first of the year comes, you're already in process. You're already going. You know, I learned a great lesson from Tony Robbins. He said that you never leave the sight of a goal without taking action within the first 24 hours. I believe that is absolutely vital to the success of a goal. If you're going to write down a goal, don't write down a goal today that you're going to start in 6 weeks, because you won't. Fact is, you just won't. I mean, it's like you'll forget about it. You'll do something different. You'll add to it. You'll take away from it. Whatever. You know, we change all the time. The important part is that we set the goal and decide right there, right at that moment, what do I need to do first? It can be as simple as making a phone call, getting a book, writing something out. It can be as complicated as an investment, as signing up for classes, as going to a different location. There's a lot of different things that can be, but there's always a first step, and that first step has to happen within that first 24 hours. Nothing happens without action. If you don't take action, you're going to go nowhere. Nothing happens without action. So take action. Set those goals ahead of time. Be ready. Your time has come. Now's the time. Right now, this moment, now's the time that you have to move forward and achieve those goals. Your ship is going by. Your opportunity is here. All of those cliches that go on, they're all here. Take advantage. Be ready now. Take action. And while you're taking action, always be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again. I want to thank you for spending time watching the video cast. I do hope that these add value to you, that they encourage you, that they give you principles and information that you can use in your everyday life. That's our purpose for being here. The Growth Center was designed and created in order to help you to become the very best that you were created to be, to fulfill all of those dreams and desires that you've had, to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Now, I also want to encourage you to get other material besides this video cast, which, by the way, if right below here, you're going to see a little button that's called subscribe. I do hope that you subscribe to this video cast so that regularly when we put these up, you'll be notified and you can watch them. But I also want you to go over to the website, which is at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. There you're going to find books and other materials to help you to grow and to continue to pursue those goals. Again, that's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And thank you again for joining us.